Hello everyone and welcome to our newscast. We are pleased to tell you that Ingrid Betancourt won the Spain's award Príncipe de Asturias in the Concord category. Prince Philip and wife Princess Leticia presented the award. Ingrid thanked Spain, France and Switzerland for their help while she was in captivity. Ingrid also talked about the hostages still imprisoned by the FARC and invited all Colombians to walk in the upcoming November 28th march for the hostages' freedom. She also urged the FARC to begin peace talks with the government and to stop their inhumane behavior. Fiscalia appealed the sentence that cleared former Congressman Alberto Santofimio of ordering the assassination of presidential candidate Luis Carlos Galán in 1989. The investigative organization considers there is convincing evidence to find him guilty of murder. They will even go to the Supreme Court to prevent impunity on this case. RCN News contributor Gary Parkasevich has the story.
Samara, 20 years after the murder of Luis Carlos Galán, the case is still a mess. Reaction to this decision is very mixed from the families, public opinion, and even the justice sectors. Now the Fiscalia, however, is going to double-check this case to get things straight. The Fiscalia is asking to appeal the decision made by the tribunal to drop the charges against ex-Senator Alberto Santofimio Botero in the Galán murder case. According to Fiscal Mario Iguaran, prosecutors are going to see if this was done legally.
What we have to highlight is that there is a possibility to revoke the decision, but this one is going to be in charge of the fiscal. He will check the first decision and then he's going to check it again.
The Fiscalia argued that the Tribunal Superior didn't take into account evidence collected by prosecutors that allegedly would prove Alberto Santofimio guilty of Luis Carlos Galán's murder.
The fiscal in charge of the case will have to carefully double-check the decision of the tribunal in that order, and if they are going to give notice of an appeal.
In the meantime, Luis Alfonso Galán, the oldest son of Luis Carlos Galán, says he is unsatisfied with the tribunal's decision. He claims that there is still evidence that has not been taken into account, including his own testimony.
In a conversation in the late 80s, when the threats such as Pablo Escobar and Gonzalo Rodríguez Gacha were frequent, he emphasized on how he didn't feel safe. So I don't understand why the Fiscalia didn't take this evidence into account.
He says that just minutes before the murder, his father feared of the Medellin cartel.
He says that in a narcotraffic debate that he had on the Senate, Santofimio began to approach to him in unpleasant terms, and he used to say my father should have paid him off some debts.
He believes that the judges contradict themselves at least in 3 parts of the decision, among them the one regarding the witnesses.
I've been told about how Papay acted with envy and revenge against my father. I think justice must identify where does this envy and revenge come from.
Luis Alfonso says that he supports the tribunal's decision to double-check the case. Reporting for RCN News in English, I'm Gary Parkasevich. Samara?
Thanks, Gary. Colombian President Álvaro Uribe says that somebody set up the government to order Colombia's intelligence agency, DAS, to spy on opposing party Polo Democrático. Uribe said, I can't imagine that an experienced intelligence agent would circulate a letter giving the order to investigate a political party. Our government does not do such things. He also wondered whether it was an act of evil or clumsiness. Something different is to ask for an investigation of 2 congressmen for allegedly manipulating witnesses. And this is an unbelievable story. A traffic agent in Medellin was robbed while having breakfast. Unarmed man stole his motorcycle and when he was getting away, came back and took the officer's helmet, his radio, and whatever cash he had with him. Tomorrow in Maicao, Guajira starts the competition of chess in the park. 400 little children from ages 9 to 12 are going to participate in this mind-challenging game. The contest is going to be held in El Boscan Park in Maicao's downtown during 4 weekends in a row. The National Paralympic Games were inaugurated on the evening in Cali. More than 1,700 sportsmen are going after a gold medal on the 2nd edition of these national games. The competition starts tomorrow until November the 1st. The former soccer manager Luis Fernando Montoya was one of the main guests during the opening ceremony. And Colombians are very successful abroad. Designer Amelia Toro presented in Mexico her latest collection. And Colombia's Claudia Bahamon was chosen as the main model of the runway. Vallenato singer Jorge Celedon made another hit in his musical career. We were informed that today he's leading again the billboards in the tropical category with the song Me Vio Llorar. He appears in the same list where Juan Luis Guerra and Chayanne figure. The singer is touring in the United States and is getting ready to launch a new musical video recorded in Los Angeles. This is RCN News in English. I'm Samara Garcia.